Reddit stories. I used to physically hurt my baby brother out of sheer frustration. I never hit my little brother before, until he was around 3. I love him to death, and to this day I can't understand why I did it ever at all. When COVID started and online schooling began, I was 16 and a junior. My baby brother, about 3 at the time, was now in my possession because he didn't like his babysitter and she didn't want to take care of children any longer out of fear of getting the virus. Understandable. I agreed to this because I was used to taking care of him. I took care of him more than his dad spent time with him. Well, fast forward to maybe a few months. He wasn't a horrible child at all. He was a sweet, kind, fun, loving baby and showed me everything he thought was cool and just wanted to play. Since all of us in the family were older than him, he felt more alone. Yet, whenever he'd do a normal child thing like spill milk because he wasn't thinking or throw things for attention, I would yank him by the hair or spank his bottom. There was 2 times I heard a pop when I pulled his hair and I can't get over it, all because I was a moody teen. His pained cries haunt me and make me cry myself to sleep. Even worse was when I'd open my arms to apologize, he'd run right to me and cry into my shoulder, and I'd cry quietly, instantly regretting it like a little village. I stopped the second time I pulled his hair too hard. I remember it so vividly. I cried so much because it took me so long to finally stop being so angry and calm down before dealing with him. I want to apologize to him, but he's only almost 5 and still loves me to death. He chooses me over everyone else in the family. The remorse eats at me every day. I choke up just thinking about this. I just wish I'd never done it, but I can't undo it. It really eats at me that he still misses me and talks about me every day since I moved out almost a year ago. Edit, I no longer live with him and haven't in almost a year. Whenever I visit him, he always wants to play and talk to me and no one else in the family, and it really strikes me how he could. I know I didn't hit him mostly, but I also would think he'd remember it. Anyway, the fact that he cries when I leave and asks my sister when is she coming back. Can she stay for a long time, is what's really messing with me. I don't know if he doesn't remember because he was so young, but I remember abuse all the way from when I was 2. Thank you all for the brutal honesty, and I'm somewhat shocked some people are being understanding of my situation. Edit 2, sorry I had to add, I'm thinking of moving back there with him because he's also mistreated by our mom and his older brother is such a dick to him. I know I won't let my frustrations out on him this time. BC it stopped a little less than halfway through the time I was watching him. No one really cares about him and his well-being. Just an annoying child who gets bought toys when he wants it and gets hurt, almost like an exchange. I'm grateful he doesn't get beat at all the way I was every day, but I can see the light in his eyes and his personality dulling, and it hurts so much to see. I'm not sure about moving back yet though. Thanks all. Second story. I once pushed an elderly lady down the stairs because she noticed me and my friends do something bad. NSFW. So when I was young and stupid, me and my 2 friends went out every day to do dumb stuff such as knock and run, trespassing, breaking stuff that wasn't ours, disturbing the peace, etc. It was December 2017 when me and my friends went out to the local neighborhood to run around different flats and knock on people's doors or do some other shit that basically made people go mad. And one of my friends decided to start throwing bricks at a street lamp for fun. We thought it's all good cause it was dark and there was no one on the street. After he was done, we went to get something to drink and got into a flat to get warmer because it was a snowy winter. 10 minutes in, we noticed a lady 2 floors above us that was speaking to someone on the phone about some thugs running around and breaking stuff. We got scared that she might have noticed us and maybe even recorded the whole action. We went upstairs to make sure that she wasn't talking about us, but turned out she was on the phone with her son when she saw us come up and quickly cut our way back down off speaking to her son. Come on, come up here quicker, they're here. We were already shitting ourselves and had no idea what to do. The lady was about 60 to 70 years old, so we didn't want to do anything that could hurt her, but before any other thoughts I rammed her and she fell down a couple stairs shouting at us. We ran straight down and out of the building. When we started running through the flat, I looked back to see if she was okay. She looked fine to me, so we escaped. I don't know where she is today, and I hope she's alive and well. I regret it because it must have hurt her. I'm sorry, lady. I learned from my mistakes and got some better friends now. I'm now almost 18 years old and surrounded by better people and know how to do good, and I'm a changed person, but I won't forgive myself for hurting an elder. Edit. I thought hit and run means knock and run, cause that's what I did. Third story. I pushed my brother when we were kids and his head hit a rock. Now he's brain damaged. When I, am 19, don't know if that's necessary, was 8 or 9, me and my brother were outside in front of our house playing and we got in an argument, don't remember what about. It was getting loud and I was getting angry and we were all alone together, so I decided to hit him and push him to the ground. So I push him by surprise from the back and he falls forward in slow motion and I watch as he slams his face into a huge rock in front of the house. Naturally, being a kid and not wanting to get in trouble, I run inside and don't say anything. My dad notices I'm not with my brother, so he goes outside to check on him and finds him laying on the ground screaming in pain and bleeding profusely. He yells at me and asks how it happened. I'm just shocked at this point because I didn't realize he was hurt that bad, so I tell him I don't know how it happened. Next I know he is being rushed to the hospital by my parents and it turns out he has a cracked skull and needed to get surgery. He's 17 now and he's been different ever since. There were no tests or anything, but he changed that day and I know it's because of the damage I caused.